Hello, welcome to Lackless Reactions. I'm your Lackless Reactor, here today for an episode of your Forma. Last week we pretty much got confirmation that the professor was manipulating the childhood friend slash the one responsible for the assaults by, in part by having her, no, we don't exactly know how she was manipulating him, but one of the things that she did do was had the head of the younger brother android on her butler's body. But beyond that, we don't know specifically what she did yet. But either way, this week we're probably getting the answers, the how done it, the why done it, as well as seeing more about what is going on inside of our robot assistant. Without further ado, let's get started. Yes, the brainwashing, yes. No, this is the second show in a row that I picked something that has an opening like that. But anyway, I need to be able to wait for the opening to actually talk about stuff. But anyway, so yeah, last week was more pieces of the puzzle and more confirming some stuff, having our two detectives actually have dialogue with each other after the betrayal, catching the subject, but then having to deal with being captured themselves. So please don't. Hopefully that's it, but you just let's just see if it goes after this time. If not, then I'll pause for a second, let it load a bit. Okay, looks good for now. Hopefully it stays that way. But anyway, the big thing we had was we did confirm that head of the younger brother, which was missing from the pieces found in the water, was attached to the butler robot. So that with the butler robot being at the scene where the childhood friend kidnapped our detective, that's definitely a sign that Aiden, childhood friend's name is Aiden. But that didn't happen. Okay, but that doesn't explain a few of the things that she has done, or why the thing that he's doing is to look into the data. Okay. But what's with the system code? Okay, so that's how it works. But the way his face was looking at it was looking like he was a puppet and not he was puppeting the body. Okay. And are you going to tell us what that is? Audio direct copies of human. Do they not have the three laws? Please tell me that you did that. I would be 100% on your side if you did that. If you're just going to tell me you copied a real human brain into a robot, that's not going to be that far the ballpark of something that not even sure why you'd be arrested at that part. I'm going to be even less impressed if you're just going to say that they have brains like brains. Okay. Okay. The more they're going through this, the less I understand what actually she did wrong. There's nothing that's been said so far is that big a deal. It's a smart robot that will one day surpass humans, which, surprise, surprise, humans are, we have intelligence, but we don't use it that much. So something that's going to surpass us is not that impressive at all. It's just an obvious next step. Here we go. Moral quandary. Yes. Okay. You're not even trying to understand, so don't say that. You're under arrest. Those aren't lies. That's exactly what you did. Does that mean 95% was upload, or would it all be uploaded when it reached all up the height? Oh, again, I have to disagree on that. Hmm. That's exactly what I'm thinking, but again, I don't think I think we're talking past each other on ethics on this at this point. Please tell me you left them out. They're on all fronts. Well, thank God for that. As I've stated multiple times already, I'm not a fan of the law of Zobak, so glad they're taking that approach where on the face they're nonsense because NASA models don't understand what hurting humans even mean. The smaller ones obviously can go around it. Yes. Yeah. If it, he's gonna realize that's your tick flying. He's not stupid. He's gonna realize that you were lying that entire time, but he's gonna be quiet for now. My question is still there about the incident of the older brother and how that ended up happening. But hopefully you don't find anything that might put you in danger. Frankenstein? You need a good look at that, but I think I read Frankenstein. Yes. This is Frankenstein. Yard, yard. Because that's how relationships work. Humans can't get close to each other without bumping into each other now and then. Yeah. I enjoyed that overall. Again, the fact that the main plot behind all this was just simply humans being afraid of the full power of an artificial intelligence is, in some ways, a disappointing answer, but in other ways, an answer that makes perfect sense with humans. It's, but yeah, no, Frankenstein is the perfect example because he created life, and unlike classical movies, it wasn't a monstrous appearance. It was a simple human form, but as soon as he saw what he created, he reviled it, abandoned it, and it was the abandonment that led to the realization that there was nothing else like him that led to the monster to become monstrous. As they say, the knowledge is knowing that Frankenstein's not the monster, wisdom knowing that Frankenstein was the monster. Because the Frankenstein's creation, nothing after credits. Frankenstein's creation should have deserved better. If you bring life into this world, you should take care of it to the end. Sentiment, unfortunately, humans don't feel for other humans, even their own, sometimes. So how could they feel them for something artificial like Frankenstein or the Amicus robots? So yeah, that overall, I'll probably do more in depth when I actually do my final view of the show, but overall, we got some deep philosophical pinings, which I am a fan of. And we finished up our first story arc, so next week we'll be going into whatever happens next, but for now, thank you everyone who's stopped and watched this episode with me. I hope you all have a good week, and I look forward to next week's episode and hope some of you watch down with me as well. Until then, take care.